Hi, America. Brian Johnson-Balz here. You know me as a fake-ass news anchor and interviewer you can trust with your life or brain. Now I'm taking my in-your-face style of journalism to the next level with my very own interview show right here at the Fake-Ass News Network. Welcome to Come At Me Balls, which is not to be confused with Come At Me Balls, a program which I am told is some kind of gay pirate thing. This is not that. No woke scallywags on this ship, magar! For my very first episode, I am positively thrilled to be joined by a man not afraid to jump in the balls pit with me, ICE Director, or as some like to call him, the Border Czar, Tom Homan. Should I call you Director, Czar Thomas? Tommy, Jimmy Jam Thrust Face.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, Doodle Bob. First of all, what do you say to the American losers, Democrats, whom I assume are saying stuff like, I don't want to be a nation. What's laws and why enforce anything? Talk to them like they're dumb.
Well, look, we're a nation of laws, right? We got to enforce the laws. Entering this country legally is a crime. And we need to enforce those laws, because if we don't, we send a message to the whole world. You can go ahead and enter this country legally. It's a crime, but don't worry about it. Keep coming.
Right? Keep coming. Bring your friend. Sorry, you meant the opposite of that, didn't you? Don't come. Okay. That's different. You know, maybe you need to be a little clearer about what it is you want.
So President Trump's been clear, and I've been clear from day one. We're prioritizing public safety threats and national security threats. That is our priority. But I also said from day one, if you're in the country legally, you're not off the table.
Wait, so let me get this straight. If you're an illegal in this country, what you're saying to them is you want them to get up on a table and, do a sexy dance for you?
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, what are you saying? Look, Mr. Czar, it's not a gotcha question, just a simple yes or no. Are you into illegal immigrant detainees doing erotic dances for you on tabletops?
Yeah. Yes.
No shame in that, right? You're just looking to have some fun. Come on, bro. There we go.
There we go.
See, the fake news would dance around that question, forgive the pun, like it's a bad thing that you derive sexual gratification from making your own prisoners dance for you. We don't do that here on the balls. Doesn't it just drive you crazy the way these fake news peddlers can creatively edit you to make it sound like you said yes as a response to something, when of course you never did and you never would?
Yeah. Yes.
I agree, Mr. Border. I hate that too. How do you respond to critics? And let's be clear, I am not one of them. But some hyper-lefty yahoos out there are saying ICE is doing more harm than good, and they feel like it's not the illegals who should be in jail, but you. Do you agree with that?
Well, so of course, if I had a choice, I'd much rather be in a jail, because it's safer for the neighborhood, safer for the officer, and safer for the public.
That is not the answer I was expecting. Okay, hypothetical scenario, and I know this is far-fetched, but what would you say to someone who doesn't like what ICE is doing? What's something useless and ineffective they could do about it?
So if you don't like what they're doing, spend time protesting Capitol Hill, because ICE is simply enforcing laws as they were required to do under federal statute.
Right? You're just following orders or enforcing orders. I didn't mean to imply you're a follower. And hey, they can protest all they want, right? It's a free country.
We've been clear from day one. You can protest all you want. You can not like ICE. You can hate on Trump. You can hate on whatever.
But it's not going to make any difference, and you will change your policies approximately never, correct?
Well, absolutely.
That's a great message for these law-breaking lunatics. Speaking of which, how did you feel when you learned that our dear leader in his infinite wisdom pardoned all the January 6 rioters and even went after people who prosecuted the January 6 rioters?
Why are those who enforce the law the bad guys, and those who break the law the victims? The whole world's upside down on this.
Oh my God, so sorry. You know what? I just asked you the wrong question. My bad. That's on me. You know what though? Could you just give me that exact same answer, but to this question instead? How did you feel when you learned that radical left immigrant worshiper California Senator Alex Padilla angrily accosted our strangely beautiful Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem at an LA press conference, giving our law enforcement heroes no choice but to restrain him?
Why are those who enforce the law the bad guys, and those who break the law the victims? The whole world's upside down on this.
There we go. See? Now it fits.
There we go.
Good job, line judge. Apparently, some open borders advocates and Stalinists have a problem with ICE officers hiding their faces with masks. And it is true, other branches of law enforcement don't do that, but tell the stupid people why it's okay for you.
ICE officers wear masks because they've been doxxed by the thousands. Their families have been doxxed. ICE officers' pictures have shown up on trees and telephone poles. Death threats are sky high. I know because I've been doxxed 1,000 times myself.
Oh shit, what if people find out you're Tom Homan?
I accept it. I'm the border czar. I don't really care what people think about me.
Yeah, fuck people. They can do what they want to you because you're tough. But it's mean of them to go after the delicate men and women of ICE, right?
The men and women of ICE, who I commanded them, I was the first ICE director who actually came up to the ranks. They're mothers and fathers too. They have children too.
Do they make ice babies? Huh? You know, da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's move on. When you think of what a glorious future America looks like after you've gotten all the undesirables out, what do you see? Paint a picture for us of Tom Homan's perfect nation.
There are millions of people standing in line, taking their tests, doing their background investigation, paying their fees, doing things the right way.
Wow, man. Sounds like paradise.
I've experienced this myself. Let me tell you a real quick story.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Archduke Tom Homan, what a treat to have you here for my very first episode of Come At Me Balls. Thanks for saving America from these out-of-control terrorists, gardeners, farm workers, and ice cream cart retailers.
Oh, no problem.
Doing us a solid, Czar bro. Thank you for joining us. Won't you like and subscribe and come back next time? I know you will, because if you don't, the men and women of ICE are just going to find you and make you do it anyway. I have a deal with them. Kickbacks. So save yourself some time. I'm Brian Johnson-Balz, and I'll see you next time right here on Come At Me Balls!